Om Sadashivasamaramabham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Punjabication, the prayer verses, 2 verses.
Actually, the prayer and the concluding one we can do because we have finished the 11th and 1 already.
Yeah, ignore that. Just those 2 verses that are there. That Shanno Mitra and the other one, yeah.
Shanno Mitra Shamvarnaha Shanno Bhavatmajyama Shanna Indro Brihaspatihi Shanno Vishnurukramaha Namo Brahmane Namaste Vayo Tameva Pratyaksham Brahmasi Tameva Pratyaksham Brahma Vadishyami Ridam Vadishyami Satyam Vadishyami Tatmamavadu Tadvaktaram avadu mam, avadu vaktaram. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Okay, now we have reached the section where we have completed all the upasanas. Okay, upasanas, the prayer, etc. Now, introducing the main Upanishads. Okay. Introducing the main Upanishad. Shankara writes a huge introductory commentary where he takes up one of the most important topics. Okay. One that causes confusion among people also. That is karmana na moksha. Okay. You are not going to gain moksha by karma. Important. This karmana na moksha has 2-3 angles to it. Because first he takes karma as worldly and spiritual karma. Vaidika karma as well as laukika karma, worldly karma. Worldly karma will not give moksha is your experience. You don't have to dwell too much on it. My job, my relationship, money, wealth, none of them is going to give me the fulfillment I want. So that is not bother about too much. Then we will take the Vedic karma into view. Vedic karma has your nitya naimitika karmas, just similar to worldly karmas itself. Nitya naimitika karmas, your regular duties and special duties that come up. Scriptural duties, okay. Then it has kamya karma, karmas that you do out of desire. Like nitya naimitika karma will be your sandhya vandanam, etc. Agnihotradi karma, what you are supposed to do daily. Naimitika karma will be on a special occasion. Navratri, special occasion, special prayers. Getting married, special prayers. You need a lot of luck to make that marriage work. So, you better do some special prayers. Okay, these are naimitikam. Then there are kamya karmas. I want money. Do a Lakshmi Kubera Homa, Kanaka Durga Homa, whatever, do it. There are various for it. I want a child. Putra Kameshti, Santana Gopala, Swayamvara Parvati for getting married. So all these will come under kamya karmas. Karmas that you have done because you have a particular desire. So the whole Vedic karma is like this. Kamya karmas will not give you moksha because you are doing it out of one particular desire. Lakshmi Kubera Homa will give you wealth, lots of it. Fine. Great. Or you may have a desire to go to heaven ityadi. Fine. There are yagas for that. But then you have to wait until you die before you will go. You are not going to go to heaven right now. If you are going to go to heaven right now, most people will say, wait. Unless there is a guarantee you will come back in the same form. But that guarantee is not there. Nitya Naimitika karmas are meant for your antakarna shuddhi. And the avantara phalam, the secondary result is, if you have done them regularly, you will go to higher lokas after death. So Naimitika karma, Nitya, this is it. So if you look at the whole gamut, all of them are finite in nature. Action is finite, means are finite, result is finite. Cannot be moksha. In fact, no result of karma can be limitless. What can karma do? You can produce something. Okay. I have some cloth, I can produce a dress out of it, a shirt out of it, whatever. You produce something. Out of some material, you produce something. Production is an event in time and space, finite. However big it is, it's finite. You can purify something. You mine 1 ton of gold ore and get a few ounces of gold out of that. Purification. The result is finite. So similarly, you have purificatory rituals in the Veda. Finite in nature. Result is finite. Okay. Or you can modify something by action. Worldly action, you go to an Udupi restaurant, yesterday's nice soft idlis will become today's idli fry. Because it's yesterday's idlis. It's a modification. Okay, you modified something. Okay. So, modification is out of you are taking a finite thing and modifying it to another finite thing. Whether it's religious or worldly, you can't gain moksha out of it. The fourth result of karma is apyam, to reach. I was in Matunga, I wanted to reach here. So for reaching, there are a few things I can do. Few means I can pick up. Hop into a cab, walk up to the bus stop, take a bus, take a train, or like I was lucky, a friend dropped me here. A student who was a student, he dropped me home. He had to come to Vashi, so he dropped me home. No place, there is nothing like an infinite place. Because any place has a location in time and space. If it is in this dimension, then you have latitude, longitude, etc. Or interstellar positioning. Another dimension is the same. So if you go to heaven, heaven is not here, here is not heaven. What you have in heaven, you don't have on earth. What you have on earth, you won't have in heaven. Don't go to heaven and say, I want Delhi ka chaat. Nahi milega. Or Bombay ka vada pav. You won't get that in heaven. Heaven, you have its own heavenly stuff. Earth has its own earthy stuff. So, no dimension can be a moksha for you. Why? Karmana na moksha. Because the result is always finite. So then the Purva Pakshi comes in to say, what if you combine karma and knowledge together? Karma is the main thing. You enhance the result of karma by knowledge. Knowledge there will become upasana. Or let us say knowledge, Atma Jnanam. Like before you do a puja, as part of the puja ritual, do an Atma Puja also, na? You do all your Anganyasa, etc. Karanyasa, Anganyasa, all that you do. And Atma Puja before you do the puja. That enhances the result of the puja. No, why not that? No enhancement of a finite thing will make it infinite. No enhancement of a limited thing makes it limitless. It can be better. I agree with that. That much I agree. Okay. So if you give more importance to karma and less important knowledge and combine it together, it won't work. What about equal importance? It can't work again, same thing. Or what if knowledge is given more importance, karma a little bit, just to enhance, knowledge enhanced by karma. First of all, he says, how do you combine knowledge and karma? To do karma, you have to take yourself as a finite entity. In knowledge, you are saying, I have to discover myself as limitless. Remember, when we talk about moksha, it is self-discovery as being limitless. It is not samipyam, etc. that you talk about. Going and sitting next to God. You know, there are different types of these things talked about by different schools of thought. Salokyam, in the same loka as Ishvara. Great. So Ishvara is sitting somewhere and I am a late entry in the 21st century. For thousands of years, people have been going there all before me. I will have to use binoculars to see what Ishvara is doing. Salokyam. No, Samipyam, you will become close to Ishvara. So what do you gain out of it? You are sitting next to Ishvara. Everyone is coming and praising Ishvara and this is all that thing. You are what? Sitting in one corner feeling neglected. Or at the most they will say to you. It happened to Amitabh Bachchan once, you know. Amitabh Bachchan was taking a flight, business class. And when he entered in the next seat, those days business class was side by side, there were 2 seats. Nowadays they try to give one single seat. So there are 2 seats. There's a middle-aged man in a suit sitting down there, reading a book. So Amitabh Bachchan greeted him. He smiled back, greeted, and went back to his book. Amitabh Bachchan is thinking, most people will be happy to meet me. What is it? This guy is this. Maybe he doesn't know. So people entering, they are all greeting Amitabh Bachchan. And this middle-aged man is continuing his reading. So Amitabh Bachchan asked, "Sir, what do you do?" "Oh, I'm a businessman." "And what do you do?" "Oh, I am an actor." "Do you watch any movies?" "Oh, I watched one movie some 20 years back. It was Ganga Jamuna or something like that it was." Okay. "No, sorry, Mother India." It was Mother India. That is before Amitabh Bachchan's time. I don't normally watch. Okay, fine. So people came in, there's this thing, all that went on. Then, when they are landing, Amitabh Bachchan said, "Sir, nice to meet you. I am Amitabh Bachchan." So that guy also extended his hand, shook hand. "I am Ratan Tata." Did that Samipyam with Ratan Tata help Amitabh Bachchan any? In fact, Amitabh Bachchan felt small. He writes there in his memorial to Ratan Tata that however big you think you are, there is always somebody bigger. Now, Amitabh Bachchan felt like that sitting next to Ratan Tata. What if he is sitting next to God? How would he feel? Moksha? After some time, you'll start getting bored. Who all are there? Dekhega jara. Oh my God, this character is there. You are jealous of him on earth. Now he has also landed up in heaven. You are jealous of him there also. This idiot. So Samipyam, etc. doesn't give you anything. Okay. Yeah. This is what I call the hang-around mentality, you know. Someone rich and famous comes and there are always a few sycophants hanging around. So you want to be a sycophant with God and hang around there. That's all it gets. Or kya? Yeah. Yeah. No, Swamiji, moksha is merging with God because of your good karma. Merging? You merge with God, retaining your individuality or giving up your individuality. If you are giving up your individuality and merging with God, for whom is moksha? You are not there anyway. For whom is that moksha? You are not there. है ही नहीं है. In fact, nobody will want that moksha. अरे, at least I thought I am something here, यार. Something. कुछ ना है. Abhi I am going to become nothing. All wrong presentations of Vedanta, okay? This is all Neo Vedanta. No, I will retain my individuality and merge with God. Then God will have a problem. He will get a virus called you. And he'll have to take some antiviral drugs to get rid of you. Or like amoeba entering you, he'll have to take some flagell or something. What type of talk is this without thinking? Without thinking. No, Swamiji, this is refined karma. This is in meditation. The karma here is meditation. In that, I gain my oneness with Ishvara, my connectedness with Ishvara. After all, isn't that the meaning of the word yoga? To connect, yuj, to join. Nobody gives a definition of yoga like that, except Western writers, who are applying their knowledge of the Latin word religion, means religare, to bind yourself with God again, so that they apply to yoga and say used to join. And there are enough Indian idiots who keep following that. Because colonized mentality, no? We are not learned to think on our own. Because if you are going to get connected, you can get disconnected also, no? Deliberately or accidental. So when you are connected, you are sitting in meditation. Moksha. When you come out of it, what? World is miserable. Does that change? Do you change? Beautiful experience. You know, once you get that experience, you don't want to get any other experience after that. I also believed that it nonsense when I was in college. Until my friend's kid sister asked, Bhaiya, how is that? If I get a nice experience, the kid sister, 7-8-year-old, okay, saying, Bhaiya, how is that? If I get a nice experience of eating chocolate, I want to eat more. I want to get more and more of the same experience. How are you saying, if you got one experience, you don't want any other experience or any more? I said, yaar, baat barabar hai. Out of the mouth of babes. If it's an experience, you want to repeat it. Yeah. If you want it's an experience, you want to repeat it. But Swamiji, did not Dhritarashtra say, once he got the vision of Krishna, oh Lord, give me back my blindness, I don't want to see anything else? Yeah, he said that. That's a psychological problem. He could have seen the vision of Krishna and everything else in the world. No? Whole world is Krishna anyway. He could have seen both. But he didn't want that. Why? Because 100 years he had lived in blindness. He was scared to leave the cage. Like a parrot. Like a caged parrot getting scared to fly. He was scared to fly. He was scared to open up his vision and see around what's happening. He knew what the war was coming, his sons would die. He didn't want to see that. That came out of fear. That didn't come out of any great experience. It came out of psychological issues. That statement was out of psychological issues. But sir, you say about Krama Mukti, going to Brahmaloka, etc. Yup. Somebody said that. Nirguna Upasana will take you to Brahmaloka. No. There is no Nirguna Upasana. Nirguna is Jneyam. Is something to be known. Make this very, very clear. There is no Nirguna Upasana. There is only contemplation on Nirguna, which is nothing but repetition of knowledge. Jnana Abhyasa. There is Saguna Upasana. Now, if you do a lot of Saguna Upasana, they say you will go to Brahmaloka. There at the end of the Kalpa, Brahmaji will teach you and you will gain moksha. And whenever I have said it, I have also said, please don't postpone it. You can get moksha here and now through knowledge. Your Upasana gives you a certain sense of bhakti, which makes you a good karma yogi. Because there is no karma yogi without bhakti. But we equate bhakti only with bhajan singing and think that is all that is bhakti. In North India it's bhajan singing, in South it is pujas and homas. No, bhakti is recognizing the Lord is everywhere and having a connect with the Lord, Ishvara. So that makes you a better karma yogi. Ishvara arpanam prasadavaddi. If you are a good karma yogi, then you will gain the knowledge in this lifetime itself. Your mind is ready to know. So we are not presenting this Krama Mukti as an alternate. Because it is possible, we are mentioning it. That if you go to Brahmaloka, because of the punya that you have done, then taught by Brahmaji at the end of the Kalpa, you will gain moksha. That's like giving grace marks to pass you. That's getting grace marks, you know. Yeah. The main thing is jnane neva kaivalyam. Knowledge alone is moksha. Why? Because limitlessness is something to be discovered. limitlessness is something to be discovered. That's why there is a very important paribhasha in Sanskrit. Paribhasha means rules of interpretation, etc. Okay? In a general sense. Param chet jnatavyam. If it is absolute, if it is limitless, you have to know it. Aparam chet praptavyam. If it is a finite entity, you have to do some action to gain it. Like if you want to gain space, what should you do? Recognize there is space all around, everything is space. Everything is in space because it's limitless. Supposing you want to reach Matunga, then you have to take a bus, cab, this, whatever, go. Praptavyam, karma is involved. Therefore, for moksha, there is no karma impinging at all. That includes your meditation. That includes your meditation. Yeah. That includes meditation. Yeah.
Recording in progress.
Satish bhai, you want to record this? I think your thing was requesting a recording. I'm okay if you record, but okay. Yeah. I don't think anyone here also minds it, but I have a recording, I'll put it up on YouTube. Yeah. So remember, even meditation, okay, what we call quietening your mind meditation. What will quietening your mind do? Quieten your mind. What else will it do? You know, all the people who talk that by meditation they will gain moksha, it's very interesting to see how much of meditation they have done in their lives. Half an hour morning and they'll say, oh, I'm meditating, I will gain moksha. Kuch nahi hoega. I'm guaranteeing you this. There is a very senior study group sevak, Chinmaya Mission. He was senior when I was a junior, okay? We are talking about this 40 years back. So we all went to meet Swami Chinmayanji. And Swami Chinmayanji had a habit. He'll always say, any questions? He would expect you to have done enough mananam so that you will have doubts and you will ask for clearance of those doubts. That was his way. So everyone kept quiet. So this person said, Swamiji, I've been meditating for 20 years, nothing is happening. Swami Chinmayanji looked at him straight. He says, nothing will happen. And he laughed uproariously. And that time even I was of the impression that, oh, maybe by meditation you will get it, etc. But in that laughter, that Puja Swamiji, I saw the answer. Yes, meditation is an action that you do, a mental saguna brahma vishye manasa vyapara, or like yes, quietening your mind. This is because one thing, they are not really done meditation, half an hour every day. So he came out after that, he laughed, everyone laughed, this thing, that thing. He was hurt, he didn't ask any further, and he resolved, I've been doing only 20 minutes meditation, that's why Swami Chinmayanji is saying this. I will do 1 hour from tomorrow onwards. So if little bit of the thing is not working, more of the same thing, is it going to work? That's how the expression came, work smarter, not harder. What you're doing is not working. So you're doing more of the same thing. Is it working? Because people forget one thing. This is the most important point here. That for knowledge to take place, you require a valid means of knowledge, otherwise known as pramana. Without a valid means of knowledge, no knowledge will take place. We have 5 means of knowledge at our disposal. They are not good enough. We saw that in Kathopanishad. Paranchikani vyatiranak swayambhu paran pashyati nantaratma. Atma cannot be known by any of these 5 means because they are all external focus. Where there is perception, inference, and I am extending that meaning, okay? Inference, etc. They are all for knowing things other than you, not for yourself. Therefore, the pramana to know yourself is Upanishad. Shabda pramana, the 6th pramana. And the 6th pramana is not operating in meditation, it is operating in Shravanam. So, Jnana Karma Samuchaya doesn't work. Jnaneneva tu kaivalyam. By knowledge alone. Then why do you insist on meditation? So much of meditation has been talked here. Because so much of meditation is talked here, Shankara is forced to comment saying by meditation you are not going to get it. Meditation is only to get your mind ready. Karma Yoga is meant to get you free from the hold of raga dveshas. So the mind is at peace and there is a balance there. But the mind can still run around here and there habitually. That habitual running around of the mind is quietened in meditation. And today's world it is much more. In the name of multitasking, we are distracting ourselves more and more. We are watching the TV, we are conversing with a friend, we are messaging, putting up things on Facebook, all together. No? Take away all these and say, now sit down. You get restless. Why? Habitually you are used to running here and there. You are watching TV, good, nice serial, watch it. No? You are reaching for your phone. Why are you reaching for your phone? You are watching the serial. No? The phone is not ringing or something. If the phone is ringing, I can understand. Phone is not ringing, why are you reaching for your phone? Kid was taking the phone to the bathroom. Father is asking, Arey, you are going to have your bath, why are you taking the phone to the bathroom? What will I do when I am waiting for the water to fill in the bucket? Huh? That distracted mind, that mind is habitually used to going away here, there, here. Quieten down in meditation. That meditation will definitely help. Chittasya shuddhaye karma natu vastu upalabdhaye vastu siddhi vicharena natu karma kotibhihi. Shankara in another text says that. Chittasya shuddhaye karma. For antakarna shuddhi, karma is necessary. Natu vastu upalabdhaye, not to understand the reality. Vastu siddhi vicharena. Then how will I understand the vastu? Pramana vicharena. Natu karma kotibhi, not through crores of karma. So what can karma do? Quieten your mind. Take you up to different lokas. Give you nice experiences here because good karma you have done. Yeah. Take you have done so much of good karma, take to other dimensions. In no dimension will you gain moksha. Because no wise person is available. Who is the teacher available? But what about Indra, Yama, etc.? They are all wise people. They are all wise people. They are too busy to teach you. They are not playing the role of a teacher. Yama is the one who is clearing of people from the earth. One after the other. How many people are dying every second in the world? In one world. We are talking the whole physical dimension. Hundreds are dying every day. You think Yama has got the time to teach you? Indra is busy ruling heaven. He has to set up everything in motion. So where does he have the time? Vayu cannot stop still for a minute. Vayu is on. Otherwise your breathing will stop if he stops moving. None of them have the time to teach you. They have their functions to do. Then how can Brahmaji teach you? That there is an escape clause there. If you go to Brahmaloka, then at the end of the Kalpa, why? Brahmaji's job is over, no more creation. Because right now creation is on. He can't teach you. How many planets are being born? How many people are being born? How many suns are being born? Suns here, sun in the sky also. How many are being born? Creation is on, he is busy. Then, when the resolution has to start, when Rudra takes over, Brahmaji says, Abhi thoda time hai. It'll take a few thousand years for that resolution to reach us. I will teach you now, if you are ready for it. There also knowledge takes place only by the Pramana, only by a Guru. But you are such a great person, Brahmavid was not enough for you. You need Brahmaji himself. Go. और क्या करेगा? As I said, that is not what is being advocated. That is a possibility that is there. Moksha here. Get your mind ready with karma and upasana, and then learn. Now the doubts come up because very few of us come to Vedanta fully ready, fully prepared. I know I didn't come to Vedanta fully prepared. I was not bad, but I was not fully prepared. In fact, later on I discovered I was pretty good, but still not fully prepared. So as our minds is getting ready along with the study, these type of doubts can come up. अरे I've been studying यार 10 साल पढ़ा कुछ हो गया नहीं. If you're saying nothing will happen, then nothing is meant to happen, okay? Moksha is not an event. If you are expecting an event, suddenly one day in the whole thing will all click and the world will disappear and all wavy motion, all I will see is nothing but consciousness. If you are expecting something like that, forget it. Pipe dream. नहीं होता है. Yeah, it can happen. Oh my God, yeah, this is true, as a click of understanding, or it can be something that grows on into you. Hare, it's clearer today, clearer and clearer is getting. Yeah. What I would say is don't postpone it. Don't postpone. Yeah. I'm saying with my own experience. I thought it'll take a whole lifetime. That's why I went to Rishikesh and I didn't want to come back. I had no plans of coming back. I said, whole lifetime it will take, no. I keep studying, keep getting my mind ready by meditation, etc. Keep studying. I didn't have a doubt that it is knowledge that will give me, but I knew I had to own it up in meditation, so that much I will do. So I had that thing. Then one fine day, Swamiji called me, how do you feel? I said, fine, Swamiji. What are your plans? No plans. My plans began and ended with this knowledge. So what are you going to do? Swamiji, whatever you want me to do, I am yours. Yeah, I am yours to serve. Yeah. I have done what I want. I exist to serve you now. I do what you know. That's functioning. Knowledge is here. Everything is fine. Go confuse all the people in Bombay. I said, okay. That I can do very well. So, don't postpone. Don't think it has to happen after some time, this, that, etc. That is not true. It's right here and now. Because it's knowledge. If it is not knowledge, we cannot say here and now. Because the result of karma always takes some time. Even a simple thing like eating. For you to feel full, you have to wait 20 minutes after you eaten. That's why we always overeat. But I'm not feeling full. तो थोड़ा और खा लो. I'm still not feeling full. And then after 20 minutes you feel stuffed because you overate. This is how it is. What can I do about it? Karma takes time. Yeah. So this is the main thrust of this thing. Any questions or clarifications? Up to now what we have done. Even that Brahmaloka, etc., I think that is also clear. Any questions? Shoot. About this or anything that we have seen up to now.
Maharaj, just
Yeah.
like one clarification.
Yeah.
So moksha is understanding that I am Nitya Mukta Atma.
Yeah.
So that I was always free.
Yep.
But this recognition happens at some point and at some place in time, or can also happen a little bit gradually.
Yeah.
So
Is that an event? Yeah.
yeah.
Is that an event? Yeah. Hold on, Bharati, I'll come to you. Now look at it. Knowledge takes place at a time that is true. Either one day it will click. Hari, this is correct. I've been struggling all this, now it has clicked into me. It can happen like that. Or it can slowly grow into you. Okay? Slowly grow. But it is not an event. Why? Because what does that knowledge do? It is not creating any result. It is only removing your ignorance. Once your ignorance is gone, what is left behind is yourself. That happens to be limitless. That happens to be free from time. And I know that. Therefore, it is true as far as your mind is concerned, the Shastra says, Kritva Jnanam, after having created the knowledge in you, the thought, Swayam Nashyet, it dies down. Because it has given you knowledge. And that is, knowledge is as true as the object. The object happens to be limitless. And you are recognizing I am limitless. Thought goes. It is not that the thought is sticking in my mind. I am limitless, I am limitless. No, thought goes. But the knowledge is with you. Like how you say I am a human being. Not that always I am thinking I am a human being, I am a human being. Human being, it's okay, fine. Yeah. So it becomes that natural in time. That natural it becomes. It seems to take time because my mind is not fully ready for it. So there is some sort of time lag. Unlike, for example, we saw Nachiketa in Kathopanishad. You know, fine. It's clear. Some questions clarified, is clear. No? Or Indra going to Haimavati, Uma in Kenopanishad. She taught and he was fine. Yeah. That story about the Yaksha and everything. Yeah. So, that's what I'm saying. If you're, the knowledge is, it seems like an event. Yeah, because the pramana is used, etc., and it happens at one. Yeah. But you know, is one another thing. You will never be able to pinpoint the day you gain the knowledge.
Yeah.
You'll never be able to. You say, Arey, this day I had some great insights. This day I had some great insights. That much you can say. But the whole knowledge, when you got it, you'll never be able to pinpoint. Because really speaking, it is not an event. There are highlights on the way. There are highlights, but it's not an event. Yeah, Bharati, you had a question. Yeah.
Swamiji, if that is so, that you have to realize that it's a very purely academic, I'm asking you.
Yeah.
That, you think that knowing yourself as the divine is the knowledge you have to have. Then people like Ramanuja, who was a great jnani, why did he insist on only worship? And he said
Good question.
needs the God.
Not only Ramanuja, why don't you bring Madhava also into it, Vallabhacharya, all of them. Yeah. All of them who said other than Advaita. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I will come to that question also. Why did they say it? Now, I can be dismissive and say they didn't know the truth. I can be, because what they wrote is this thing. How do you say they are great people? Because of what they wrote. But what they wrote, I can dismiss. Or, in my humility, I can give them benefit of doubt and say they were all great souls. They were all souls who had this knowledge. Okay? The followers who came were not ready for it. Therefore, they taught according to what their followers needed. Do you think I teach Brahma Sutra in the first class? I start with the Gita, then I graduate to the Upanishad. After that, Brahma Sutras. Why? Because I have to make the people ready to gain that. So similarly, for Ramanuja and all, the people who came to them, they were not ready. Buddha did not even teach, because he thought the people won't get it. So he just taught them the eightfold lifestyle. Right knowledge, right conduct, etc. A contemplative lifestyle he taught them. What happened?
Recording in progress.
Yeah. I don't know, something, it just went off.
Probably Swamiji wants to prove that only by Shravanam you will get knowledge,
Yeah.
not by anything else.
Yeah. That is true. That is the tongue. But the question came up here.
But where is Shravanam? No noise, no noise. Where is Shravanam?
That is why, so you need Shravanam to get the knowledge. Without hearing, you can't get any knowledge.
Correct. I think you can hear now. I hope you all get knowledge. Okay. So, if I'm...
Swamiji,
One second. Let me finish one by one. Okay. This question always comes up. If they didn't think the followers will understand, they won't teach. What did Jesus Christ teach? He was sitting in front of fishermen, fisher folk, shepherds, goat herds. What can he teach? Some parables he told them. So, how much a teacher will reveal will depends upon the audience. You think I take every batch I take all the way to Brahma Sutras? No, some I leave it after the Gita. Yeah, bas ho gaya. This batch can't take anything more. So a teacher has to be evaluative, not judgmental, but evaluative. So similarly, Ramana, Ramanuja, your Madhavacharya, Vallabhacharya, Nimakara, okay, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all of them, I will respect all of them as realized souls. But what they taught was more the masses. So they didn't teach. They taught only simple things. Yeah. Because there is a charismatic approach. Because they were great people, they should have nothing. Why? My own grand guru, my inspiration. Swami Chinmayanji never taught Vedanta in public. He said, I am a hawker of Vedanta, I am only hawking Vedanta. If you want to learn, go to Daya. He said that to me. In one life, I am talking of within my lifetime, this has happened. So all teachers don't teach everything. They need not teach everything. Is there a rule? If I am a wise person, I should teach all my wisdom to anyone? No rule. So they chose to teach what the audience can take. I am lucky. I have a better audience that I can teach Vedanta, and hopefully all of them are at least trying to understand. Think about it. Yeah. Bharti had a question. She has been patiently waiting.
So, Swamiji, earlier on in the way to lead our lives correctly, etc., it is advocated to have children, right?
Children?
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
advocated somewhere earlier for progeny, etc. It says in the verse.
Yeah.
Now there are many couples nowadays who are choosing not to have children.
Correct.
Okay. And I think that they are choosing not to have children, but they just lead the good life. It's not for any,
Correct.
higher cause, and they're not having children.
Agreed.
So would you say actually that is wrong, right? I mean, it is not wrong. No, it is not in the Vedic vision. Correct?
Not necessarily.
Pursuing-
Not necessarily.
Not
The Vedic vision at that time, taking into account the population in the world,
Huh.
advocated that most people should have children. But they didn't say everyone should have children. The norm was the norm, okay? The so-called normal. Norm was, yeah, have a couple of kids. That was the norm. There was no rule like that. There was no rule like that. Even those days, there were plenty of people who chose not to have children. Yeah, there were plenty of people. May not be so many as today, but remember, percentage population we are talking about. Okay? That time was a few crores. Today we are 140 billion. 1.4 billion. So, taking the population into account, that time they advocated everyone, encouraged everyone to get married. Because what is having a children has to teach you? It is really speaking an expansion of your heart, of your ability to think more than I, me, myself, to learn what unconditional love is, to struggle to love in spite of all the nonsense that goes on. That's what a kid can teach you. I know, because I brought up 2 pairs of nephews and nieces. I know what it means to have a child. Yeah. But it is not necessary. Yeah. That's why some of my students have chosen to adopt, not to have their own kids. Yeah. Why? Because so many childless, so many parentless children in the world, orphan children in the world. I'll give the child a home. So, there are various ways. There is no fixed rule. There was a general custom. Yes, there was a general custom.
No, what I'm asking is that many people choose not to have children only
For fun.
not to have the bother. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just because
so
they
that is a freedom of choice given to them. That's a
But
God
then
given.
that would not be in keeping with the Vedic vision, right?
Not necessarily. You can't make a judgmental call like that. If after that they want to come and study Vedanta, after they have had their fun, then what? They had their fun. Now enough. Baba, I've been there, done that. Now let me look for what is more than all this. Then that's a blessing. They may have started off by saying, I don't want to take on the responsibility. That's their choice. They have that choice. Yeah, they have that choice. Yeah. What does Antakarna Shuddhi look like? There's another question that came up. Antakarna Shuddhi looks like very simple, if you want me to put it in simple terms. Think clearly, feel strongly, act decisively. When you are not victimized by your own desires, you are not victimized by your own mind. You can think, but you are not worried. You can plan, but you are not overtly anxious. You can desire, but you can let go also. Okay? You can love and at the same time let go of things. That type of a mind. Yeah. That's Antakarna Shuddhi. Yeah. So it can work very well. Yeah. Otherwise, traditionally speaking, we'll say Viveka, Vairagya, Shat Sampatti, Mumukshutvam, the whole thing. Yeah.
Swamiji, going back to the original question,
Yeah.
okay, Ramanujacharya and Madhva,
Yeah.
Madhva and all these people did consider the people who had with lesser knowledge, it's okay. But by insisting on those systems to be there, then who is there to promote the higher knowledge?
All of us are there, na? Shankara and his old disciples are there. There were plenty of teachers, don't worry about who is there. Yeah, in the sense that hasn't Advaita Vedanta survived all these years? You are having more than 100 teachers right now. 300 teachers for my own teacher students. There are 300 teachers teaching Advaita Vedanta. And he has asked me to create more teachers. His 2 ashrams are creating teachers. Plus he wanted me to do something in Bombay to create more teachers. So enough teachers are coming out. Don't worry about that. That system takes care of it.
I'm not leaving, I think I'm not putting the question properly.
Yeah.
Is that, when, after all, when they are great people, like, there are so many followers of Ramanujacharya,
Correct.
Madhvacharya, and all
Correct.
those things. When you have those followers, now what happens is they say that, between Advaitam, Visishtadvaitam and Dvaitam, everybody says this system is the best to go around. Then now how a genuine seeker, how is he going to understand the perspective in the proper way?
He has to struggle and think for himself to see what will give him fulfillment, something finite or something limitless. It is based on the punya he has done in his previous lifetime and the thinking he brings into his life this lifetime. It is based on that. There are many people who have gone through Dvaita and Vishishta Dvaita and everything, and then come to Vedanta thinking that they need, to Advaita thinking they need something more. There are many who have remained at that level. Next lifetime, no problems. What is the problem? How many lifetimes have we lived before we came to the knowledge?
From Karma Yoga, you have to have bhakti to get the jnana. That Krishna himself is teaching.
One second. You're putting the cart before the horse. You need to have your bhakti is necessary for Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga gets your mind ready. Then knowledge takes place.
No, in chapter 9, I thought he's saying.
No, you have not yet come to chapter 9 in the Gita from me. I have not said that. Who has said it, I don't know.
Whatever I have understood.
Uh-huh.
No. But bhakti, if that is, it's only important for Karma Yoga, nothing else, nothing beyond.
What is bhakti? Tell me, what is bhakti? How do you define bhakti? How do you explain bhakti? Forget defining. How do you explain it?
You think of a lot of your choice and then keep worshipping for your own development of your better things in life.
So that's very commercial. That's very commercial.
No, about the Antakarana Shuddhi. I'm not talking about
okay, if it is for Antakarana Shuddhi, if it is for Antakarana Shuddhi, once you gain Antakarana Shuddhi, what will you do?
What did Meera do afterwards? What did Andal do?
You think Meera didn't study from someone? You think none of them went and studied from someone? Did you really think that none of them have gone and studied with someone?
Yeah, he did. She did go to a guru, but
then,
the way I understand from the poems.
Yeah.
But did he not insist?
So it is like this. Put it like this. If you have lot of bhakti, lot of sadhana, lot of tapas, it can be any of these things, okay? Bhakti, sadhana, tapas. Your mind is very ready. Then little of knowledge is enough. If this is little, you need more of knowledge. So Meera and all had lot of this bhakti in them. So a little bit of knowledge was enough because their minds were ready. Because their minds were ready, little bit of teaching was enough for them. People like you and me don't have that bhakti. We only talk about bhakti. Yeah. We don't have bhakti. Kidhar hai? The soldier has more bhakti than us. He is putting his life on the line for the country. He has got more Desh Bhakti than any of us will have any bhakti for the Lord or anything else. We tend to look bhakti in a very unidimensional way. We talk about Radha's bhakti. What about Krishna's soldiers? Didn't they have bhakti? Yeah, but Radha's job was easy here. She only had to make love to Krishna and share him with the others. What about the soldiers? They are putting their life on the line. Where Krishna leads, we follow. Our lives are on the line. Which is more bhakti, tell me? Who is risking more? Are the gopis risking more or are the soldiers of Krishna, his Narayani Sena? Who is risking more?
Then why is it being praised?
One second. Who is risking? Answer my question. Who is risking more?
Okay.
Huh?
Definitely soldier.
Exactly. So because some people have praised the gopis for their unconditional love, and the gopis had unconditional love. I am not taking anything away from the gopis. But I am giving the soldier his due, which has not been given. Because of that, our idea is unidimensional. Yeah, that is the problem. That is the problem. Our idea of bhakti is unidimensional. Because look at it, when you tell the story of Meera, okay, there is so much of drama in her life when she talks about bhakti. She roamed the streets singing the claims of the Lord, this, that. The Rana sent her a poison, a cup of poison. Piyata Meera hasi re. Meera drank it up with a laugh. Why? It couldn't affect her. There is a drama, it is attractive. She went to Narsam Mehta and studied. She went to that other person, I keep forgetting his name, yeah. What's happening to me?
Govind Guru or something.
Huh?
Ravidas.
Exactly.
Ravidas.
Yeah. He went to him and studied. One line mein ho jayega na. That is over in one line in the biography, isn't it? Whereas all that she did, how she defied the Rana, etc., that's drama. There is story. She went and studied. One line. Okay. So our minds are taken up by drama because we like drama in life. Yeah, so that is where the whole thing is. Yeah, she is a great bhakta. But look at her. Why I am taking Meera is because I understand her better than Andal. Andal, a lot of it is in Tamil, and that Tamil I can't understand very well. Okay? Meera, is a lot of it is in Hindi, simpler one. So, if you look at Meera's, before she studied, it's all about love and longing. After her studies, it's about you and I are one and the same. Bhavasagar sab sukh gaya hai. There is no Bhavasagara left. Fikr nahi ab tarna ki. There is no fear of crossing. Aankh micholi chodo ab tu man ke bhasi re. Don't play this hide and seek game with me. You are there as I in my heart. So the whole thing is different. You will see the clear difference in our bhajans before and after. Look, now you are into Tamil and you are quite academic in your pursuits of things. Look into Andal's literature and see whether you can make this divide. And come back and tell me that. Yeah.
She also grows like that only. Initially she collects all the people and then she enjoys, shows bhakti. In the end she says, we don't want anything in life excepting you as bhakti. That's all she's developing.
So you have the same thing. You have it there. The answer is right there. Anyway, it's 8:10. Yes, had a nice long class. So tomorrow is Dasara, as I said. Do some studies, do some reading, do some listening to some this thing, whatever. Or join my evening class. Because Dasara is rededicating ourselves to the learning. Okay? Dasara is a day for that. Okay? Yeah. No problems.
Thank you
Yeah.
very much, Swamiji.
Oh, all the best. Take care. So next time we are going to Brahmavid Apnoti Param.
Tomorrow Vijayadashmi, morning for me when I have your class.
Yeah, please call. No issues.
Thank you, Swamiji.
Om Tat Sat.